Three, two, one. Welcome. This is a little segment I like to call Have a Drink with Frank Monday. I bought myself a couple of Joes. Wow, there goes a nice bird. Those are magpies. I like magpies. So I bought myself a couple of beers, and we're going to go up here in the apartment. The kids are taking a nap, hopefully, still. And we're going to have a drink with Frank Monday. I mean, why not? Come on. Come on, man. Let me smell your child's hair. If we stay connected, you never know. I'm going to try not to reveal any telltale features that can help you triangulate me. But let me show you what I walk up each day. The stairs. One stair at a time, man. Just like old happy horse shit. Old man in charge. Check out this. It's kind of interesting. Maybe something you've never seen before. They put out this plant, as far as I know, is to ward off mosquitoes. The door is nicely decorated. I'll show you the only decoration I have put up right there. The elder sign. There's out the window. There's the old commie block buildings. And up we go. Just a couple more flights, guys. There we go. Okay. Are we back? Okay. So let me show you what I got at my door. First thing you're going to notice is I've got a shovel, a couple of fishing nets, and a handy staff in case I needed to fend off bad guys at the door. And we are inside. Gonna have to unwind a little bit, get things set up, put this beer in the cooler. It's pretty rare that I drink beer, but I do occasionally like to have a beer. And when I do, I like to have it with you. You know what I'm saying? Put these shoes out of the way. Damn, it's hot. Hot, hot. I'm about to say it here. Not bad. See if I can find someplace to put this phone. Yeah, that'll work. Well, I throw my beer in the fridge. I think I got one cold one here. The rest are warm. Nothing like warm beer. Something cold? Nope. Nope. Not much cold. Ish. None of them are cold. Let's see if there's any. Yeah, that's gonna need to be addressed. Nothing quite like listening to the freezer noise. Oh, that one moans too. Shows that I've been negligent. That's okay. Now that I've been made aware of it, I can get on top of it. Let me shut. Okay, there's my beer bag. Wow, a little dark shadow just flew by. I wonder what it was. Not exactly sure. It's hot enough though, man. It really is. Dog days of summer. We are full into it. And there's no AC. in this room. So we're just gonna have to make do. Let me get rid of this. I'll put it over here for now. Perfect. Let's get the old belly out. Get your six pack going on. That doesn't look much like a six pack, does it? Not any kind of six pack. That is horrible, man. That is fucking horrifying. I'm gonna have to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? The arms and chest look all right. It's that belly. It's that dad belly. Is that what they call it? Making excuses for themselves for being middle aged and out of shape. Hey, looks like we might have a visitor out there in Happy Land. Today, the show is Have a Drink with Frank Monday. Have a drink on the Frank Monday show. If you're out there in Happy Land, say hello. Let me see what you got. Nope, nobody's saying hello. I got one thumbs up though. That's pretty freaking awesome. I'm gonna pull off these shorts for two guys because it's too hot. Too hot. Pull off the old socks and just sit here in my underwear. Is that all right with YouTube? With YouTube? Is that all right with YouTube? With YouTube? Still beeping. I guess I didn't get the door fully shut. Sadly, that door's not going to shut with that extra beer and then so I had to move it. Unless I want to sit here and fucking reorganize the entire operation there, which I don't. Not right this second. Right this second, I want to talk to you, all of you out there in Happy Land. I want to say hello. I want to check in, make sure you guys know I'm still out here, still fighting the good fight, as Richard Dolan likes to say. All right. That way, if you care about me, and I know some of you do, then you'll know that I'm okay and we're fighting the good fight together. I'm trying to figure out a way to get my camera set up at a little more propitious of an angle, but I really don't see what I want, which is my tripod. And so I'm just going to go with it, just roll with the punches, because sometimes you just can't overthink it. If you try to get everything right, something falls apart and all that energy is wasted. Everything you set up for goes to shit as soon as the VPN disconnects or as soon as some other concomitant pops up. And so sometimes it's just not worth it when you feel the spirit go with the thing. Hey, look, it's Miss Mary Moon out there in Happy Land. Good to see you. How are you? Yes, I'm live right now. I don't know how far behind the transmission is, so I don't know when you said that, but I'm going to try to. Looks like we're breaking up a little bit. 6 a.m. Just making my first coffee. All right. I had a couple of cups of coffee this morning, and right now I'm having a beer. It's kind of a rare thing, but I drank beer last night for one of my friends, for one of my wife's friends. Okay, cool. I did say hi pretty close. Nice. For one of my wife's college mates' husband's birthday. It's his birthday, believe it was last night. Seems like he's a Leo, though. No, I guess he's not a Leo. He's a Cancer. So he's a crab person. And so he enticed me in to have a few beers with him for his birthday. And I woke up Feeling pretty good. Like I didn't have a hangover. It was good beer. This is not good beer though. It's like this is like the Budweiser of Chinese beer right here. Yeah, he well, I probably just referenced that because he's very close to Leo, but he does have some Leonian characteristics. He's outgoing, fiery type guy. I mean, that could be any of the signs. So Leo seems to make the biggest flash though in the social scene, right? Aries as well. But you can tell in Aries, Aries has a genius and an intellect that's more penetrating than a Leo. A Leo's all passion. Sagittarius have always been kind of an enigma to me. Okay, really? How would you define I'm having a behind the scenes conversation with Mary, so you guys will have to check the live chat later if you want to know what we're talking about. But how would you define a Mercurial Aquarius? I'm gonna if I'm gonna read this chat consistently, I'm gonna need my glasses, man, because I'm using my phone to transmit right now. Okay, really? That's the Aquarian energy. Um, I'll not I'll not repeat everything you say. That way, if people are interested and they actually watch the video, they'll have to look at the live chat and see what you said. That way, there's some mystery remains. I've been studying. I've been trying to correlate my zodiacal signs with all of the upcoming transitions that I'm about to encounter with traveling. You know that I finally announced after having purchased my tickets, I will be traveling. Oh wow, there's someone at the door. That's fucking unusual. Never fails, huh? As soon as I start transmitting live, some motherfucker shows up and wants me to answer the door. I'll have a look. Huh. Nobody there. Must have just been the one of the delivery guys leaving a box at the door. That's what they usually do. They tap on the door to let you know they left a box out there. Where'd the glasses go? Okay, here they are. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's direct pointing is what my kung fu shifu called that. He said that people are the closer they're connected with truth, the less they try to articulate it. And in Chinese, that's reflected in the Tao Te Ching. The Tao Te Ching says, "Those who know do not speak, and those who speak don't really know." And so he called that direct pointing at truth is when you don't attempt to articulate it, but you just point at it. You know, you point things out, you make things, you do things. Actions speak louder than words. All of those kinds of old pithy sayings reinforce that idea. And that's what middle age is all about. It's like hopefully you studied and reiterated enough pithy sayings, not to necessarily formulate the basis of your understanding, but to help guide you and help you reflect. Like, does that add up? You know, what do the kids these days they say, does that track? First time I heard that, I didn't even know what the fuck they meant. But it means, does it make sense? Does it follow? Is it sequential, right? So if it doesn't track, then it's non sequitur, or it doesn't make logical sense. The first time I heard that, I think was I can't remember now, but yeah, I made this chart this morning. I was up early and hitting the books, as it were, Miss Mary Moon, and so you'll appreciate that. I know you like to journal, and I know you like to make fun little charts and stuff in your journals with me, like me, with colors. It's kind of a feminine thing. Uh, so yeah, I've got the new moon. They say is the initial urge or the instinctive seeding phase of the moon. which I don't know. Always thought that was a little later on. The crescent, they say, is the activating, striving, and future. So, from your experience, do you agree with that? Do you think that during the course after the nadir of the moon at its darkest point, do you think that's the time that you should put seed in the ground, depending on, of course, the other conditions prevalent? But do you think that's the time of seeding when you should put seed in ground? I don't want to be too overt here. I say new moon is sort of dark still, but crescent put seeds in. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking a few days after the uh, the absolute absence of moon, the darkness of the moon. That would be my guess. But it says that that's the phase there. Anyway, this was just a chart from. This was an interpolation from. Let me announce the website. So I've got my citation handy. Monthlyastrology.com. No, Cafe Astrology. Sorry, cafeastrology.com. I was looking up different things. One was the Shekinah, because I had uh, drawn the High Priestess for my reinvigorated study of the major arcana. And so I was looking over the High Priestess. Depends on what you want to start, though. Could start something that needs dark energy, then it would be helpful. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So different seeds might vary in when you should put them to soil. Then after that is perfecting analysis and interpretation. They say that's the is that right? Yeah, that's the no, that's after first quarter. So first quarter to second quarter is this cycle is going to be in Sagittarius, and it's going to be clearing, action, and building. So you probably know all of this already. I had put some notes up on. Uh, yeah, that's right. Thought seeds, intentions, bringing magic into reality. Your magical intent. Oh, you responded on Discord. Awesome. Topography, the connection between Florida and Pisces. Yeah, I could see that. Wow, the little island there looks like a fish. That's pretty cool. Put self cultivation at the top of your daily priority lists. How are you doing with your self cultivation, Mary? I haven't had a conversation with anyone in a long time on the internet. I've been kind of in dark mode. The video paused it. Click here. I'll check it out for sure. I've been reflecting on my self cultivation. I got a bit of a belly, but I'm gonna burn this off over the next few weeks, man. I'm gonna be traveling with my son, and I was watching an interview, and I know there's a lot of controversy around Andrew Tate, um, and he kind of started a Snapchat brothel, and that's what he's a tactic of enslaving women. So being so charismatic and using his money power to enslave women into doing OnlyFans at his profit to his profit. So why did I mention that? Oh, because he's really hardcore on self strengthening for men. That's okay. His name's Andrew Tate, but he's been in a Romanian jail for like the last 6 months or something. He got arrested because he's making $1 million. He's a married guy, he's got kids and stuff, but he kind of and he would just encourage the girls, hey, you can rent a room at my mansion or whatever, and then you can do OnlyFans or Snapchat to make, to pay your bills. And so because he became a celebrity online. He was last year in the world. So there were more lookups of him than Frank Monday. Can you imagine? All right. The other thing than any other celebrity. And so he got arrested because of that, because he's got a far-reaching influence. And he started a website called like the hustlers.com or something, or I don't know what it was called. But for 50 bucks a month, sit around and listen to him live stream with his Snapchat hookers and talk about different things and do podcasting because he's got a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a mansion, and I'm not exactly sure how he made all of his money originally, but I know that he came from poverty. Was I had listened to the Tucker Carlson interview with him, and everything he says is pretty much spot on. I mean, being in jail for 6 months, he's had time to stop and think about it. So his presentation was pretty good, and he he encourages the stoic virtues for men, and yeah, obviously you should watch what is your own daily life knowledge base and your ability to do better in your any given field. But his message is directed to young that sit around on the computer and give their money to girls on Snapchat or something, and then rent out rooms to girls. Keep things clean. Go around and mop the floor. What do they call that? The cum mop or whatever. Keep things tidy, and then make money off that behavior because it's in society already, and you might as well profit. His McDonald's trafficking is supposedly, according to the mainstream media, is what he had been accused of. But that's what actually the charges, no charges were brought against him the entire 6 months he was in jail or whatever. But they finally have trumped up some charge because they had zero evidence to prove any of it. They say he's a negative influence on society because he tells young men to be strong, work out every day and be the dominant factor in a relationship. And I guess because he's married, but he sleeps with women, um, they say that encouraging that type of behavior. So it's okay to encourage children to cut off their genitalia and transition from a little boy into a transformed um, whatever. I don't even know how to say that with any safety of not getting a community strike. It's just fucking deviate so much from the norm. Like that's encouraged these days, depression and all of that. But to encourage people to be to embrace their uh, sexuality or came by natural law and ordained by God, then that's fucking revolutionary. That yeah. So the high priestess, I was looking over as a sort of contemplation. I wrote the major, which is any type of feminine goddess, the divine feminine, before their vilification, before the fall, as it were. Nah, I think you're right. I think the men do need to be manly and remember men's stuff. Don't be effeminate. Why make a fucking eunuch? That's what the state has always wanted. They always want men to be eunuchs and serve the crown. I got some stickers on the back. And then here's what the cover looks like. Little chart, little star chart. That's when I started it. So I like to do star charts in the form of sigils, just simple ones, sun and sun and Cancer is what we've got right now. Yeah, so I was contemplating the Shekinah, and I noticed that, like, yeah, I like to have a hostess, and I know that most men do. I've been looking for a good high priestess for a long time now. I've got my wife; she's the empress. Yeah, there's art for the tarot and for various cards, and the High Priestess is no exception. um, the funny thing was, who did I listen to recently? Let me see. I'll pull it up here on my uh history. I listened to it recently who was pointing out like the Jewry, the international Jewry and everything, meaning the Jews, the Hebrews, the those people. And got my Star of David on, right? Seal of Solomon. But he so overtly pointed out like it was very anti-Semitic, right, in his message, but he pointed out the Jewry in Freemason, and he was overt about it and saying that it's meant to be, a deviation from Christ. And I don't get into the religious Christians versus Hebrew type thing. But then, like, YouTube started feeding me these videos of Israelis spitting at Arab or Christian women on the street. So the Jewish folks walking by in their the ones they wear, not the yarmulke, but the big round black hat, almost like a Mennonite hat, and spitting at other religious type peoples. And I thought, like YouTube is trying to cite something inside me because I guess they know that I'm, and maybe they don't know that I'm part Jew, but they know that I listen to this guy. So his name is Ryan Zim, and he's basically his big thing is taking a trip to the North Pole and then trying to take a trip to the Antarctic to reach the Muscovites and the Tartarians. So his channel is basically like a Tartarian truther type channel. And he talks about things like mountains disappearing in the Antarctica. Do you know Zehm? And he doesn't have a lot of views. Like we're just a couple of thousand views per video. So the Tartarian Lamb has got like 7,000 views. Uh, his video on uh, episode two, Tartaria, has almost got 100,000. So it's like at 87,000 views. Um, it's only 20 minutes long. It's episode two, Tartary and Empire Hidden in History. All of the information about old Tartaria is pretty good. He's got a video called "Who Started Coronavirus," and he basically identifies Bill Gates and Fauci, which you can't even mention those names without getting a community strike. But his video has been up for, let me check. It doesn't say the date right here, but I'll click and see if it'll show me the date without too much hassle. It does got a coronavirus warning, a COVID-19 warning 2 years ago. It's never been taken down. And he basically identifies the bad guys in that whole thing and other people there too, like talking about the jab and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if I even mention that in passing, if I even say like a funny, I get a community strike. So I'm always a little bit dubious of guys that are able to openly criticize the mainstream narrative without getting their channels taken down, or even like their video is still active. They people who point at virus theory being a scam. Huh. So yeah, there's so much about it that I don't understand that I've got no way I can talk about it without getting in trouble. So I'm gonna avoid it. It's no benefit of anyone, right? And I've got such a low view count, like 20 people. I mean, come on. I mean, who's keeping an eye on me? Um, yeah, I know that in theory, I'm aware of that. But again, it's not something you can actually say on your YouTube channel. without some Karen reporting you. Um, Here's the funny thing about me reporting other people. Like I've seen some TikTok style videos, shorts here on YouTube that were like obvious child sexualization and exploitation. And the last two strikes I've gotten in the last two strikes I got in the last month, I got two in a row. And each one was right after I flagged a video twerking to a rap song that says I'm gonna stick my cock and all this horse shit. You know how rap music is these days. And as soon as I clicked on that and said this seems like child abuse and exploitation to me, I like on a 2-year-old video. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep my fucking mouth shut. What on their platform? Whatever is verboten, not allowed to say fuck it. Who cares? You know, otherwise they've already made it very clear to me to keep my mouth shut about anything that's like a conservative, natural law based, spiritual type thing. Mm. Like I could see, oh, it's just coincidence that I happened to flag this video, and then they pull up a 2-year-old video of me giving community strike for it. But two times in a row, like real serious warning, and both was for the same type of content. No, I think one was like an extremely racist attack by some colored folks in a like a convenience store or shopping mall in America, and someone had filmed it, and it was extremely violent. They're like beating down this white person, and I'm like, this is This is promoting violence and racism and blah blah blah. And then boom, I got my second strike, and I thought, huh. Is that right? So now I see like the shorts sometimes here on YouTube, and like it's super extreme, like people getting murdered and shit in public. And I'm like, I ain't saying shit, you know. I ain't saying shit because if I get a third strike, the channel's gone for good, you know. And that's what they wanted to reinforce in me. They wanted me to remember that I have no right to dispute any of the mainstream degenerates and decadents and destroy society, and just fall in line and get on the slave because it's got nothing to do with you, and you don't have the right to dispute it. And so it's like, well, if my video has been on YouTube for 3 years now and only 15 people have strike, or why not just delete it and then like, indicate to me, hey, we deleted your video, and that would be fine. I mean, I don't care. Obviously they own all the content. They're very clear about that. If you create the data and because you didn't build that, you're not the one financing the hard drives that support that data, or the internet that is able to distribute it. So keep that in mind. Which I was fully aware, like I can't buy the comedy platform that was created by Will Ferrell, and the way they fucked us all over really bad over there. They deleted all of our content and told us to hit the fucking road. Not only that, they had like algorithms and people working hard to take the most salient, funniest ideas and then use them in their own TV. In an entire web series based on the character. It's called Black Monday, and it's like the guy that played the role acted just like me in my comedy routines. And it's like, you guys based Black Monday on my fucking stand-up comedy. Thought, okay, this is the game they're playing. Put all your best before, and then they'll take it, give you zero credit, and cancel you off of the platform. So that's essentially what it's designed to do. Not only that, it's the psychological, how close we can this guy. Let's see how much we can ruin this guy's day by doing this, that, or the other thing. Let's see if by violating his human rights, his God enshrined human rights, then let's see if we can get him to react to that and see if we can get him to give up. It's not just me. I'm not alone in it. I listened to Andrew Tate's story, and it's like, it's because you cracked the matrix and reach, and you don't have any any skin in the game as far as making money off of or any money really, or like I said, any amount of reach, then they'll fuck with you. They'll just let the bots you trouble. But for the most part, it's when you get like Taylor you. I mean, we see it all the time. Everyone with a voice of freedom, even the intelligence agents. Like, for example, Alex Jones, his whole family is CIA. He's been open book about it, that he's a member of the CIA, that he communicates with the intelligence him to reveal. So he's been a double agent the whole time. And people don't really care because he's got a gimmick. And he even helped get Trump elected in 2016. And he's still like, Trump didn't fucking offer him, even give you a common courtesy reach around, because he just let him crash and burn without any effort. The internet's breaking up. Sad. Wow, yeah. That's either a bit of truth right there. There's some decent analysis and commentary on the situation. The other thing is my battery might not be fully charged. Let me check it real quick. It is overheating. Yo, yo, yo. Are we back? We should be good, but I think the problem, my phone is overheating. I have to run. Okay. Have a fun day. Chickens and greenhouses back after a flash. Meanwhile, Miss Mary Moon's on the farm feeding the chickens and weeding the garden. I like your garden, Mary. You're doing good work, man. I can really appreciate that. I haven't smoked any good grass in a long, long time. 4 years since I was home in the States last. So I like to see that you guys are keeping the spirit of the thing alive. Those look like poppy flowers right there with the asparagus. Not sure if that's what those are or not. It looks like you got green beans. On the Discord, guys, if you don't know, I'm looking at the Discord, Lunar Light Entertainment Discord, and Mary's doing some gardening. She's got some tomato plants and other plants. Yeah, thanks for the video drop. I appreciate that. I'll put a wizard on it right now. The wizard, and I'll put a mermaid. I consider you the mermaid icon to represent you, Mary. So I got that on there, and I'll comment that I'll check this video later. I'll check out the Floridian vid. In America, they are sometimes referred to 2 R's, 3 R's, referred to as Floridians. Okay, there you go. So I responded to your Floridian video. Yeah, sometimes we call them Floridians. People from Florida, Florida man. Florida man's kind of like Aussie man, right? If you ever watch Aussie man on YouTube, he's a good fun one. Let's see, we're doing 41 minutes on YouTube. Okay, so thank you for checking in, Mary. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. So I recently put a picture of my journal, one of my journal pages, up on the community tab of my channel here on YouTube, and it's got the the basic curve of new moon to full moon and then back to new moon again, with new moon dead center, or full moon dead center. It's going to be August 1st, and it will be in Aquarius, it looks like. So our sun, uh, okay, so I didn't finish because I had continued working on, after I took that picture, I continued working on my chart. And the sun will go into Leo on the 22nd of July. So we're about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 days out from Leo right now. And my wife's a Leo. Oh, I'm back, but it's frozen. Yeah, are we back? Hello, hello, hello. So what happened is the phone is overheating. So I need to bring this transmission to an end, and then I'm going to reboot from the laptop. Yeah, so the phone went into emergency mode because it's heating up real bad. I'm not exactly sure why. Um, yeah, we can change the color scheme, maybe something. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope to see you again on the other side, Mary. I think this one is nice. This one's nice. Um, there you go. Yeah, so it's heating up again. I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna switch over the laptop, and I'll keep transmitting for maybe another hour. I think I got a little time. I love y'all, good-looking, sexy people. I will see you in the abodes of the future. Make sure you check me out on www.meacoffee.com/Frank Monday, and thank you.